we are under a nation that hates us. Watch this. This is part of their meeting, their councils. Read it.
The vanishing Negro, Darwinism, and the conflict of the races.
The conflict of the races. So we ain't all equal. Read.
Some interpreters of the late 19th century racial situation emphatically rejected the comforting vision of benevolent white supremacy and interracial harmony promulgated by middle-class paternalists as part of their campaign for a new South and a reunion of the sections.
Come on.
Spokesmen who claimed to represent an unsentimental and tough-minded perception of racial reality denied the prospect of gradual black progress.
Denied the prospect. They denied that. All right, because remember during that time, Emancipation Proclamation taking place. So the topic that came up was the freedom of. It's gonna say it. I'll just let it read. Go ahead.
In an atmosphere of mutual accommodation, projecting instead of a future of increasing interracial antagonism. This grim view of black-white relations was not limited to die-hard intellectual survivors of the Old South like Gayer and Hayne.
Right, so the Old South wasn't with it. They came to that meeting. All right, you had those the industrial whites, and you had those of the South who understood we benefit off of the backs of slavery. So, and we had the other ones that said, no, we need to do it wisely. We got to let's deal with them wisely. Let's give them a 9 to 5.
Today
they'll work harder.
Today that's the liberal and the conservative.
Thank you. You hit it right on the head. Go ahead.
But was echoed in the 1880s by some influential men of the New Order.
Read.
In an 1884 North American Review symposium on
Symposium, I looked that word up too. Symposium, that means, let's look up the definition. I don't want to jack it up, because I'll do it. I will jack it up. Go ahead. Symposium. Symposium. There's a couple words in there that we're going to look up. Come on.
Symposium, a conference or meeting.
You see that? A conference or meeting. Conference or meeting. Now go back. Go back to it. Come on.
On the future of the Negro.
On a what?
The future of the Negro.
The American Review meeting on the future of the Negro. Watch. Read.
Senator John T. Morgan of Alabama argued that
so there was a senator there. Read.
Argued that an increase in black wealth, intelligence.
So read that slow. Read.
That an increase in black wealth, intelligence, and capacity for industrial.
Go ahead.
Commercial and political activity was inevitable.
It was inevitable. They got their freedom now. Emancipation. They're gonna get in their right minds and come together.
They're going to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
There you go. So they counseled that. Read. And that was what, 1884. Read.
But potentially disastrous.
What? Read that again.
But potentially disastrous.
Read.
Because it could lead only to an increasingly bitter competition with whites.
With what?
With whites.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I thought we was all one in Jesus.